All right, Mice, it's a new era down in Austin. Of course, the University of Texas Longhorns. Let's talk about them here for a little bit. There's some exciting news. Spring football is upon us. Steve Sarkisian and company has all the kids out there making a lot of big exciting noise down there at spring practice already. We've got a great story about that, about how the future looks really bright for this Longhorns program.
Yeah, Nick. And before we talk about the new era, we got to go to the past first, honor the tradition that is Texas football. And I'm going to ask the Texas fans in the comments below, who was the guy that when they donned the burnt orange, that is your quintessential Texas Longhorn? Who is the player that's played for this program that you think just screams and bleeds burnt orange to the core? They are your quintessential Texas Longhorn. Let us know in the comments below. But Nick, I'm excited for this one. What do we have for the Texas Longhorns?
Yeah, it's a great time to be a football fan, Miles, because that means a Manning is back in the pads, back there playing quarterback. Obviously, Archie Manning was before our time, but both you and I had a chance to watch Peyton and Eli Manning throughout their entire careers. Absolutely amazing football players. Peyton, of course, the Hall of Famer. We'll see what happens with Eli. But the nephew of those guys, of course, talking about Archie Manning, has made his appearance at spring ball for the Texas Longhorns. Exciting day. Obviously, this is a young kid. He's still learning the ropes. It's going to take some time. But very interesting news is that according to Steve Sarkisian, I think this was first reported by ESPN's Dave Wilson, that the starting position is actually up for grabs and that Arch Manning has a chance to compete with Quinn Ewers for the #1 job come this fall. It looks like it's going to be a neck-and-neck battle the duration of the way. Arch Manning, of course, by a lot of reports, the #1 overall recruit in the country, has a prototypical size, has the arm talent, of course, the name, pedigree, tough, smarts. He checks every single box. Looks like he's going to be a future superstar, Mice. And he has started practice. It's an exciting day. Obviously, there's been a lot of reports overanalyzing, a lot of how he's done. People reading into Sark's comments after practice, saying, oh, did you like Arch's day? Did he didn't like Arch's day? I think that's a little fun, a little speculation. I'm just excited to see Manning in football again, Mice. And right now, I think UT, if you're a fan of this team, you're really excited just everything that's going to happen at the quarterback position throughout spring, summer, and going into the fall.
Yeah, Nick. And I think when you slap the name Manning on the back of a jersey, specifically for a quarterback, it's like putting flames on the hood of a car. It gives you like 5 extra horsepower right out of the gate. It is something to behold. It's good. It's not Tennessee orange, so it's not quite what Peyton was wearing, but it's burnt orange with the Manning on the back of it. It looks good on a football field. It feels right. And like you said, I want to get into some of the things because it really sounds exactly what I expected. Some of Sarkisian's comments on Arch Manning. He said, for Arch today, day one, there's some plays that he would love to have back. Of course, young high school kid coming in to his first college practice. Of course, there's going to be some that he wants to have back. But then, on the other hand, he says, there are also some plays that he made, and everybody was like, wow, that was one heck of a play. How did he do that? So those are the other kind of things you expect from a young dynamic player as such. But the good things he did say, he brings a worker's mentality, and he wants to be really good at this game. So we always knew that he probably had the work ethic. He had the ability. He's been putting in the hours to be a very, very good quarterback. So it's no surprise to me when you step back and think about it that he is going to be battling, and he probably will give Quinn Ewers a run for his money for the starting quarterback position. Now, I don't know if he'll win it or not, but I don't think he's going to, I don't think Quinn Ewers should not be looking over his shoulder. I definitely think he should be.
Yeah, and there are reports that Ewers is taking a good leadership approach, being very mature, helping Arch Manning along the way, being a good teammate. So to his credit, let's put him on the back there, even though the two are going to be an open competition. I just think this is just going to be a very interesting story. I think Arch Manning's entire career, you talk about a kid with an unbelievable amount of pressure. It's one thing to be Peyton and Eli and following the steps of Archie Manning, because Archie Manning, obviously an SEC college football legend, had a solid career in the NFL, but he played for the Saints who really stunk, right? He was kind of a big name, but he wasn't like a transcendent player. Peyton Manning's a transcendent player. He's one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And if it weren't for Eli Manning, Tom Brady would have 9 Super Bowls. So in his own right, Eli Manning has his own place in NFL history. And then you throw in, and you got a guy here in Archie. Your 2 uncles are at that level. Of course, your grandfather is Archie. And you talk about the pressure and the expectation to come out and have to perform at such a high level so early. I mean, I think the kid's still 17 years old. And the fact that he is this mature and is able to do what he's able to do so far very early in his college career is just a great sign for his future. Because I'm going to be honest, honest, you put me at 17 in his shoes, and I bet I crumble under this, because this is ungodly to be a kid at that age, at that position, have the kind of media of attention where you got a couple of jamokes like us talking about him on a YouTube podcast, right? Just the unbelievable attention and just the focus on this kid is just, and the way he's still able to hand himself, all the credit to him. But watching him go forward and develop, I think it's going to be one of the exciting things in college football the next 3 or 4 years. Because I think, like Sark brought up a lot of his points, and we've talked about a little bit offline. I think this kid's going to be special. I just don't see any reason he's not going to be a superstar. And I think Longhorns fans have every reason to be excited about what Archie Manning is going to do for them in the future.
One final thing I want to let you know, Nick. I was thinking about this, and it kind of blows my mind. You think about it. You mentioned it. Arch Manning, 17-year-old right now. Probably be 18 by the time mid-season or by the time season starts. There's a chance that he's not even 21 years old yet when he goes into the NFL, if he declares as soon as he can. That blows my mind that is possible. And I think, like you said, this kid is going to be special.